Ladies and gentlemen, the 2015 SPNN Annual Meeting. Here's SPNN Executive Director, Chad Johnston.
What's up, y'all? I still get the southern drawl anytime I get up to a podium. I sort of want to do the call and response. Thank you all for coming out to the 2015 annual meeting. This is my third annual meeting, and I actually know people. I feel good about it this year. I started in March, and we had the annual meeting in May, my first year, and I was like, hi, who are you guys? So I'm feeling good about it. I want to introduce just a couple of people before we get into our program and give out our awards. So I'd like to ask to come up to the podium Libby Callum, who's our president of our board of directors. Please welcome Libby.
Hey everybody. Oh, I get the call and response. You didn't get that. As Chad said, I'm Libby Collum. I'm the president of the board of directors of SPNN. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. It's wonderful to look around the room and see so many partners and friends and participants of SPNN. This is a place to empower people, to help them find their voice and let it be heard. It's a place that fosters creativity and storytelling. It provides a critical space to share diverse and thoughtful ideas and perspectives. SPNN represents opportunity, community, civic engagement, and fellowship. The work that this organization does for St. Paul and for Minnesota is critical. It's harder and harder to find authentic voices through all the chaos and noise that we're hearing every day. This work and the work that SPNN does cannot happen without all of you. So thank you so much for your support and for being here and for being a part of this. I want to thank all the wonderful people that make this place happen, the hardworking, dedicated staff, let's hear it for the staff. They're amazing. The wonderful, dedicated volunteers. Let's give it a hand for them as well. My fellow board members, so thank them. Members of SPNN, partners, and friends, so thank you all. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for being a part of SPNN, and I'm going to turn it over. I wanted to keep my remarks very brief. I'm going to turn it over to Mike Reardon, who works with the City of St. Paul. Thanks.
Well, I too will keep my remarks very brief. I'm a little nervous. Tonight, I'm speaking on behalf of the City of St. Paul and the St. Paul Public Libraries, and one of our city council members, Dan Bostrom, is sitting back there, so he's probably critiquing what I have to say, so hopefully I'm okay up here. This year, SPIN celebrates its 30th anniversary. I mean, think about it, 30 years. Wow. Not only was the idea of public educational and government access pretty new to St. Paul 30 years ago, some other things were new as well in the mid-1980s. Let's go back in time. Cell phones were the size of a large shoe, and they weren't mobile. The Apple Macintosh, the Commodore Amiga 1000, and the Atari were the best computers you could buy at that time. Anybody remember pagers or beepers? I see the older folks going, uh-huh. The younger ones are going, what are you talking about? Well, that's how we remotely were able to get a hold of each other back then with pagers and beepers. Now you don't even know, I mean, who knows what they are today? And of course, who can forget Nintendo, which gave rise to all of the video games that my sons now play on a regular basis and waste their life. I'm sorry, I'm digressing there. Nintendo, it's been replaced by a lot of new things, but those were the technologies that were big back then. Well, what do these have in common besides making us all feel a little old to think about them? In 1985, when cable TV was in its early days in St. Paul, You sat down to watch Cable Access St. Paul, which is the predecessor to the St. Paul Neighborhood Network, sat down and watched it on a big TV set. It wasn't a screen, it was a set, a lot of times furniture. Well, things have changed a little bit since then. Oh, and you're lucky you also had a computer. Not computers, a computer. Well, SPIN thankfully recognized and embraced these changes and adapted to the digital age over the last 30 years. SPIN still produces a large amount of video programming. But today you can watch SPIN on something called the internet, over a computer, or your pocket PC, or a tablet, or one of those things called a 60-inch screen, no longer a TV set. Through SPIN's, besides all that video programming, SPIN also has been able to advance and stay with the times by absorbing and helping others to understand the digital age. By getting involved in the CTEP programs, they teach courses on basic computer and digital life skills. And they also are involved in video and film skills through the Create Tech program. And they work with the libraries to make sure that people and these skills are taught and helped there. They've done a lot in the last 30 years. So on behalf of the city of St. Paul, am I doing okay, Dan? Okay, good. And I'm almost done, so I don't think I'm going to blow it now, sir. And the St. Paul Public Libraries, I want to thank all of you who volunteer your time. Libby said it much better than I'm going to, but the volunteers are the foundation for this place. I want to thank you who donate your dollars. That helps make sure that this organization can grow. And for those who work at SPIN, none of this would be possible if you didn't have the people that actually came in every day, punched in, and put in their 12 hours a day. I'm sure Chad makes them work 12 hours a day because he's a slave driver. And finally, I want to thank the SPIN Board of Directors who help guide this organization and will continue to help them guide them through their new growth as the St. Paul Neighborhood Network is truly the neighborhood network in St. Paul. Thank you.
Thank you, Libby. Thank you, Mike. Mike, you just summed everything up for me, and now I don't know what I'm going to say. No, I'm kidding. I got a whole other bunch of stuff to say. This is a really special night, I think, for us, particularly just because it's the one time of the year we get to look at the folks we work with and partner with and really say thank you. And I think we do that kind of on a daily basis, but it's really nice to be able to have a meeting where we do that. This is not really a meeting. One of these days, I swear we're going to change the name. But, you know, you all, the work that you do with us is what inspires us as a staff and as a board to build, to create, to partner, and literally to fight for spaces where a community can be a community. I don't know if we think about that all that often, but part of our job is to really make sure that there are spaces within the media that you all can talk about the issues that are important to you. I'm often asked to sort of explain the totality of what we do and what the thread is that is consistent through all of our programs. And I have this little, spiel. I say, we're sort of at the intersection of technology and social justice, or where the thread that runs through all our programs is that, we believe that our community cannot be healthy without access to technology and media that allow people to participate in our civic, economic, or cultural arenas. When you become an executive director of a nonprofit, stuff like that just pours out of your mouth a lot. It's part of the gig, but while all of that is true, I was sort of thinking there's kind of a simpler way to describe what ties all of our programs together. And so as we celebrate our partners and our volunteers and our producers, I think the root of what's consistent among all those things is very simple, and it's trust. So think about that for a second. Just trust. If we define trust, it's the, what do they say, the belief that someone or something is reliable, good, honest, and effective. When you phrase it like that, it sounds pretty simple, right? Oh, trust. Turns out, though, trust is hard, right? It's not something that we come easy by. It requires a certain sense of openness. It requires that we let our guard down. It requires that we sometimes show that soft underbelly that we don't often show to people. But in every action that we take as an organization, trust is there, right? On the higher level, we trust the cable companies will live up to their obligations. We trust that the FCC and the federal government will make sure we have a free and open internet and things like that. We trust that our local elected officials understand our value and the benefit of having us serve the community in this way. We trust that, in turn also, that the city understands that we listen and learn and evolve with the technology and the needs of our communities. It's sort of up here, right, at the base level. We trust things like the skills and the abilities of our board members who oversee the organization to hold their stewardship to the highest degree. We have faith in their commitment and their resources to keep this organization afloat. And in turn, they turn around to us and the staff and volunteers, and they expect us to work tirelessly each and every single day to help make this world a little more compassionate, a little more clear, that we can shine light on issues and help people tell stories that would otherwise remain silent. Even more importantly, though, I think are the folks who are in this room that have trusted us. You've created partnerships with us. You've opened yourself to learn with us. You've come to tell a story and trusted us to help you through that journey. You've been with us vulnerable and uncertain on so many different levels. You've asked all these questions that show us that vulnerability. Can I really teach this skill to someone else? Can I really share my vision of what I see as reality with the world? Can I really learn how to do that? I mean, that takes guts, and that takes being vulnerable, and that's a trust. I'm willing to bet in that as well, in that part of opening yourself up to us, whether it's going through DocU and telling a difficult story, or, I mean, it sounds silly, but creating a college level program with us, that creates, that needs trust in that relationship. And along that journey, I think all of us have probably seen things we didn't expect, or we learned things about ourselves that we didn't expect to learn. It's kind of deep, y'all. I mean, that trust, that faith, that assurance, that's really remarkable. And this is the one time of the year where we're really blessed to be surrounded by you all. And this sense of community, this sense of connectedness, that trust, that's powerful. And that's ultimately how we make change. So that's why we're all here tonight, right? Whether you realize it or not, we're all here together to change the world. And if you're not here to change the world, it's cool. We're also very accepting and open and warm, but something tells me all of you have a little commitment to making the world a better place through the ways you intersect with us. So as SPNN moves forward, as we change, as we evolve, I also trust that you're going to support and nurture us along that path. And I look forward, as the executive director, to being joined with you in that journey we take. So thank you. So now we're going to give some awards out to those people that have done remarkable things this year. Just as some housekeeping awardees, we're going to I'm going to read a few short things, then we'll show a tape, and then come on up and get your certificate. And as you leave, you can see all the plaques of all the people over the years that we've celebrated. So, the first award we'd like to present this year is our CTEP Partner of the Year award, and that's with Ramsey County Libraries. So RLC has partnered with the CTEP program since 2010. They host 3 of our members at the Roseville Library, which is the most used library in the state, and also at the Maplewood Library location. Our members do a combination of adult and youth technology programming. It has a great mix of teaching sort of basic computer skills, but then doing things like 3D printing and fun stuff like that. In the past 6 months alone, CTEP members have helped 25 North Metro residents get jobs, and over 100 people this year get technology certifications. So we want to thank the Ramsey County Library for being a really great partner over the last 5 years, offering not only great services to the community, but really engaging and exciting opportunities for our CTEP AmeriCorps members. So we'll show a little piece about them, and this was actually a piece produced by our by our McAllister students.
Makerspace for Ramsey County Library is a place where people can come and have access to learning in a different way that they might not have access to at home. One of the ways that information is obtained is through hands-on learning. Well, Makerspace is for everybody, but because I work primarily with teens, that's really my focus.
My name is Ku Yang. I am the CTEP AmeriCorps member at the Maplewood Library. It's a space for students that they can come in and just do something fun and something that they're familiar with, which is technology. The 3D printer is the main attraction.
What we use are 2 pieces of software. We use SketchUp, and then we also use Sculptress. It's more like sculpting a piece of clay. Then we convert those files into something that the 3D printer can print out and make physical. We are working with vinyl cutters right now. In this case, we're trying to make, how do you make a design that you're going to apply to something else? So stencils or cutout stickers that you can stick on your backpack or your water bottle.
We have our volunteer 3M engineer who comes in on a weekly basis, comes in and teach the kids circuitry. So how to make an LED light light up, or how does a battery work with a circuit board.
Then we have a whole host of other things that aren't as hands-on but are still more that experiential learning, like video game design. We do a little bit of film editing, a little bit of photograph editing. So all the things we do have come out of conversations with other kids.
We had kids who come in and say, hey, they want to make homemade goo. Okay, let's do some science and physics. We really want teens to have a voice in the library.
I think Makerspace is a great space to have. We usually just find some fun stuff to do and we just be creative.
My favorite part is that I like all the teachers that help people and they take their time.
For me, the rewarding part of Makerspace is not being able to show somebody a new program, but to have them master it and be able to show it back to me. Be able to say, oh look, this is what I made. Makerspace is whatever you guys want it to be. Makerspace is just about people in the space and their ideas. So come make it happen.
So in attendance, we have a lot of people from Ramsey County. We have Susan Nemitz, Jason Lyons, Marcus Lowry. You guys should come up and get an award and we'll have a picture. Keegan, Drake Myers, Ku Yang, And Amy, who you saw in the video, sadly was not able to come here because she's at a conference, but give them a hand. Nikki will get us the photo. Everyone, oh. Very good. Do you want to say oh, one more. You want to say something? Yeah.
My name is Susan Nimitz. I'm the director of the Ramsey County Library, and it seems really strange to get an award from an organization and group that gives so much to us. I just want to say thank you to CTEP. They've had an amazing impact, both on our community, but on the organization itself. They've really helped us research and develop who we are as an organization, and we're so appreciative. Thank you.
And now we'd like to recognize an award for the Volunteer of the Year. We have a lot of volunteers that do a lot of amazing things for us, and this year we'd like to thank Jennifer Weaverly. Jennifer started volunteering in the Access Department last year during DocU, helping participants edit and storytelling. And with her help, we were actually able to keep the lab open more hours for DocU participants, which was very, from when you see those folks in the editing process, if they can get another 2 hours, it's amazing. She continued working with Access, assisting with general editing. She's also general editing classes and custom training, like we did one with the Minnesota Literacy Council. And her assistance during those courses has been able to let Ed and others really focus their attention on students when they need help. So we'll show a little video about Jennifer.
My name is Jennifer Weaverling. I've been a volunteer at SPNN since October of 2014. I've done quite a few different tasks as a volunteer. I've gotten to run cameras a couple times. I came in midway through DocU, so I got to help for part of that. I'm so excited this time to get to help with all of DocU. So maybe I'll be out in the field a couple times helping people run cameras, and then in the editing room helping them edit. I've also done some short 28-second promo spots for some of the classes and helped out once with the After Effects class. It's been great. So my favorite thing about SPNN is the community aspect. I love the aspect of getting cameras and media equipment out in the community. So I used to be a school administrator for St. Paul Public Schools and never had the opportunity. I used to do fun videos for teachers, and I always wanted to find a way to get cameras to some of our students and see what kind of stuff they came up with, not knowing that DocU even existed. And so when I found out about that aspect of SPNN, I thought that was amazing. So I'm really looking forward to volunteering with that. So if somebody were new to SPNN and volunteering, I would say just jump in and try stuff. People have been super friendly and helpful. So for example, I had never run one of the cameras in the studio before, and I had like 5 people helping me out and making it really easy. So just jump in and try something new, and you'll have a lot of people around to support you.
I saw her. Oh, come on up and.
I mentioned I used to be a school administrator, and I was a CTEP supervisor at that time, and I love CTEP so much. And I used to rave about what an awesome program it was, not knowing how awesome the rest of SPNN is. And now I get to come in every week or sometimes work from home, but always be around a lot of people who love learning the stuff I love learning, like messing around with cameras and learning Premiere and After Effects and all that fun stuff. And it's been amazing. So thank you so much.
Now we would like to present the Youth Producer of the Year Award, and that goes to Gerartu I always mispronounce names when I get up here. Tashoma, thank you. Durartu's first experience with SPNN came at the age of 11. She was involved in a video camp that took place in her neighborhood. And the video that she created, 11-year-old Durartu is asked what she wants people to know about her, and she says, "I'm nice, I'm short, and if you ever get to meet me, I'll be your friend." Oh, it's so good. Durartu has made good on that promise. She's been a friend of SPNN as she's grown up. In her first year of high school, she applied to become a part of the Set It Up program. When she discovered her talent for video editing, or for production and photography in Set It Up, her piece From the Roots, which was explored the cultural implications of hair and how it relates to race and beauty, that won her a national award from the Alliance for Community Media, the Hometown Media Awards. And as Durartu has deepened her involvement with SPNN, she's increasingly taken on the role of a leader. And I know just from like where I sit when I first started here, man, you walk in a room and you own it now. When I first met you, you weren't like that. So it's really great to see. So from getting as a programming assistant, now to mentoring others and Set It Up, to representing SPNN and leading workshops at the Allied Media Conference in Detroit, she has been a role model, an ambassador, and just a force for positive change. So she's graduating from Central High School this year. She'll be attending Bethune-Cookman University in Florida in the fall, and tonight we want to honor the contributions Durartu has made to SPNN.
Hi, my name is Durartu Tashoma. I started SPNN in 9th grade. I'm currently a 12th grader, and I am a youth program assistant in Set It Up. One of the things I'm working on is first-generation college students and their journeys here in America. My favorite thing about SPNN is that I get out of my comfort zone here. I get to do different things, work with different people, go different places, and also even right now working with the youth, I get to meet new people. I'm very shy, and this is a place for me to kind of work on that, like be in front of the camera or behind the camera and just do things I've never thought I would do. An advice I'd give to other youth that are interested in media is to join whenever they can. It's not hard. It can be at times, but it's a way for you to get out what you want to say, and you can affect this world in a positive way if you put out good media.
I'm nice, and I'm short, and if you ever meet me, I'll be your friend.
Want to say a couple words?
Sure. Yeah. My height will never change, though. Don't worry, guys. I just want to thank everyone in SPNN. When I first started, I was very shy. I don't even think I would have been able to stand up here. But my 4 years here was amazing, and I've grown a lot. Can put my voice out there for everyone to hear, and in a positive way. So thank you so much, and shout out to my little sister.
Oh, so good. We also want to recognize two other folks in youth. Sumaya Mohammed has, also known as Sam. We want to recognize her for the leadership she's demonstrated within SPNN youth programs. Sam is in her second year of involvement at SPNN. She's participated in Set It Up, the Youth Action Committee, and as a youth media leader. She is consistent, she's reliable, trustworthy, and she takes her work so seriously. I mean, she's just one of those people that you know she's gonna be there. So we appreciate her contributions and her willingness to take on just about anything that's thrown your way. So let's give Sam a hand for her leadership. surprised you, so.
I'm pretty surprised to get this award, but thank you to everybody who supported me throughout this journey. And it was really a great experience, and the skill that they've taught me I can use in my daily life, so thank you.
One other quick shout out to the youth department. We would also like to recognize Kyle Kuzmarski. I hope I got that right. For his transformation as a youth media leader over the last year, he's really been creatively taking on a lot of challenges to address youth technology engagement at the CreateTech studio at Arlington Hills Community Center. He's also one of those people that I see in like a year ago. I'm like, wow, man, you're just rocking it. He's got a super energetic, positive outlook. We're really happy that he's continued to stay involved with SPNN after high school, and we only hope we were able to give as much to you as you give to us. So, thank you, Kyle.
I could not have done anything in my life, honestly, the last 3 years without SPNN. Thank you so much for giving me the skills and the technology to continually grow over the years. And I'd like to give a special shout out to Kevin Kala for never giving up on me and believing in me these last 3 years. So thank you.
It just brings like a little tear to the the next award we'd like to present is to Libby Collum for the Board Member of the Year. She served on the board since 2012. She's been president since 2013. She's dedicated, thoughtful, a really just sort of fearless leader. I don't know if you all have ever worked on any boards of directors, but it's really hard work. It's volunteer work. And the leadership position on a board is really important and crucial. It's sort of like herding cats sometimes, and you want to keep this air of control but not controlling. You want things to run smoothly, and Libby started her term as president just as pretty much I started my term as executive director, and it's been just, I have deep respect for her, and she's kept everything steady and smooth. So we'd like to recognize Libby for the Board Member of the Year.
My name is Libby Cullum. I'm the board president of SPNN. I've been a member of SPNN's board since February of 2012, but prior to that I had been a staff member. I was one of the program directors for CTEP AmeriCorps. St. Paul Neighborhood Network is a place that gives a voice to the voiceless. Anybody can come off the street and come in and learn how to use media tools. It's a great way to get involved in your community. Everybody can learn something new when they walk through the door, and I think that there's just an amazing amount of potential people have that they might not know, and then they can come in and learn how to use that potential here at SPNN. Community members can do a couple of things to support SPNN. They can come in and volunteer. There are always opportunities to volunteer here. They can donate, so if you've got a little extra money, the organization can always use a little bit of extra money. And then finally, show up. Come support people when they're doing, showcasing their work, or like us on Facebook, all of those things. SPNN is also always looking for qualified, excited board members. So if you're someone who's interested in being a board member, definitely try to apply. We would love to talk to you and have you learn more about what it's like to be a board member for SPNN. Thank you very much. This is kind of like the nerd award of the night. Everyone else does these amazing, creative, incredible things. And the board, we get it really into the finances and the governance and all these really heavy topics. And you can sort of start to lose sight of what SPNN does. And so tonight it's just really great to be here and be reminded of the amazing, incredible things that you do. And I'm just so grateful to have been a part of it as a staff member with Joel for so many years, and then as a board member. So thank you so much for letting me be a part of this. I've really, really loved it. And my last day as a board member is Monday, so I'll still be around. Chad can always call me, but thank you so much for letting me be part of this. You all are way more creative than I will ever be, so I feel like this nerd is excited to just be in this crowd, so thanks.
It is kind of the Nerd Award. We should think about rebranding that. For the Producer of the Year award, we would like to recognize Rufo Romero. Rufo became a member in 2014, completing his first piece prior to joining our docu program, and I just remember him being so excited, and he sent me the link to his video. I said, yeah, I'll watch it. And I had it, I get real busy, and I had it on one of my tabs open. My intern the other day said, I didn't think it was possible to have that many tabs open. And so I finally watched it about 6 months later. But he was in docu at that point. So Rufo really enjoyed the mentoring process. He was really open to the staff's feedback throughout the whole program. And he just seems to have this desire to learn and jump in. I know he was helping on a shoot maybe at the Winter Carnival, maybe it was, and Steve was just so excited because he was so excited. He made everyone stop afterwards and say, let's take a picture. We just did this awesome production. And Steve was like, oh yeah, we're doing an awesome production. So we'll recognize Rufo Romero. He expresses a real desire to make a difference in the community and to keep learning new media skills. I won't forget the video this time.
My name is Rufo Romero, and I'm a producer. I was part of the docu. My project of docu is called Immigrant Workers, Economic Benefit of Minnesota. Really important project because so many people ignore the real benefit of immigrant workers. And nowadays I'm working on the murals of the West Side, St. Paul. And during this time, I've learned a lot of things. I've been part of docu, and I think was the best part of SPNN I can receive, because I learned everything I know until now, and I have a really big and nice experience.
What do you love about SPNN?
I love SPNN, really. I love because it's an important tool who helps not just me, everybody, to express so many issues in our society.
Say a word?
Yep. Well, I just want to say thank you to SPNN, really, because this is amazing for me. I never expect be recognized like the best producer of the year. Really, thank you. And I want to say special thanks all the people in the Access Center, especially Nadia, who was my mentor during the program of docu. And thanks SPNN for letting me become a filmmaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. We now would like to recognize our Partner of the Year award. And we would like to recognize Hecua. So a little more than a year ago, we started a partnership with Hecua. And Aaron Walsh and Molly Van Avery approached us with the idea of providing a digital laboratory for a credit course called Making Media, Making Change. and pretty quickly we realized how aligned we were, and how well the class would fit in with SPNN. Molly and Aaron have brought just this wealth of knowledge, insight, and they have this deep commitment to SPNN that it feels very good, but it's also just awesome. It's just this awesome energy. It's, the commitment they have to their students, to be energized in their experience, and is recognized by the number of students from HECUA who are now interning with us since the program's begun. We have even more interns this summer. I mean, it's been just a beautiful relationship. So this relationship has touched all aspects of all of our departments and every part of the organization. And the program is, for me, it hits home, the reason I do the work that I do is actually because of a college class called Media and Social Justice, Media and Social Change. And it's nearly the exact same class, but however many years later. And so I went to the screening of their final projects, and there was a project that was just so near and dear to my heart, which was about the media ownership and stuff. So we'd like to recognize you as the Partner of the Year at HECUA.
My name is Erin Walsh, and I am an instructor for HECUA and SPNN's course, Making Media, Making Change, alongside Molly Van Avery and Pete and Nadia, teaching team.
HECUA is a nonprofit that offers experiential off-campus education focused on social justice, where the city is the classroom. It embeds the students in real-world learning. And we are so thrilled to be in partnership with St. Paul Neighborhood Network. There's too many things that we love to list them all. Incredible, remarkable staff that is so centered on empowering people to tell their own stories by putting folks who aren't normally behind cameras, both behind cameras and then also in front of the camera, and then giving them this incredible platform, which is the network itself. And I feel like the staff really knows that vision and mission and stays really true to it, and is really dedicated to our students as individuals and really fostering their own voice to come forward and shine.
SPNN is really a place where students can put their passions to work and where they can see the impact of their stories and the stories of community members find a channel and find a way to have an impact. And there's no way you can replicate that in a lecture hall. There's no way that you can replicate that in a classroom. And so for HECUA, whose mission is about bringing students out of the classroom and building a bridge between their home institution or their home university and what they might want to do after they graduate and what they want to do in the world and who they want to be, and experiential learning, that SPNN is a site where that can really take meaning, that can come to life because of the incredible staff, because of the incredible programming. And students see across all the departments of SPNN that SPNN is more than just an access center, it's more than just CTEP, it's more than just community productions, it's everybody working together across so many different sectors to make meaning, to make media that matters.
What we also love about SPNN is that it's just a diverse, active, robust media center that's really doing grassroots justice work around issues related to democratizing the media landscape. And we love having our students be embedded in an institution where they really get to see the work in real time and the impact in real people's lives.
I think what that shows us is that students can immediately put their stronger skills, their newfound skills, into practice in so many different ways, and we're just grateful to be a part of the SPNN family and look forward to many, many years to come to keep growing this collaboration.
That's yours. Say a couple of words.
We feel so overwhelmed. Thank you so much. We were joking on the way here that HECUA doesn't have an annual meeting or an awards, but we might create one just to give it to SPNN as the Community Partner of the Year. We're thrilled to be co-creating this course, Making Media, Making Change, with SPNN. This is not, HECUA is committed to bringing students out of the classroom and into the community, but our idea for this course was to have this not just be a HECUA course that lives here at SPNN where kids can check out cameras, but that we really co-create and co-present, co-produce the course, and that has happened in spades, and it's been such a gift. Students can access tools all the time, but they can't access the vision, the mission, the trust, and the real compass that's oriented towards social justice. So we feel really thrilled and excited for many years to come.
And we also just know that we would be nothing without the staff here. Like Chad said, we have 8 students interning in various departments, and we know that even those folks supervising interns are teachers. And Pete and Nadia just really co-created this course with us, and they're just incredible. So we know that everyone in this room who's been welcomed into this space is treated with equal significance and importance, and that's just made so clear tonight in these beautiful awards. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. There's more exciting things to come. But you'll have to wait. We have done so much since I've been at this organization. I've watched things grow and flourish in such a way, and I know we're going to continue to keep kind of pushing the envelope and trying to do the best we can to make this room maybe twice the size it is next year, with twice as many people, with deeper impacts, with more diverse communities, with more powerful stories. And I really look forward to seeing you all with us on that journey. With that said, thank you so much for coming to the annual meeting. Look for our 30th anniversary in October, 30th anniversary, 20th anniversary of our youth programs, and the 10th anniversary of our CTEP program. So it's going to be a bash. So keep your eyes open for it. It'll be a party and a celebration and pop-up art and all kinds of fun things. But thank you all for making this such a wonderful place. You all do it. Make sure we don't have leftovers. Please mingle and meet folks you haven't met before. Thank you so much.
If you would like to see more programming like this, visit spnn.org.